So in today's video, I want to talk about how more rest and more relaxation makes you a magnet to wealth. Not hustling harder, not working longer days, not doing a million things at once, not holding your puppy against his will. You wanna be in the video, babe? Hello, my loves. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Leeor Alexandra. Welcome to the Beat community. On this channel, we talk about the law of attraction, spirituality, self-development, and so much more. And today, I want to talk about... Okay, you wanna go? You wanna go? Fine. Go play. Today, I want to talk about how resting more and doing less attracts more wealth, okay? And this is proven through my life, through the lives of my students, through teachers of past centuries. Jupiter, I can't have you do that right now. I've seen this time and time again. The more that I relax, the more that we relax, the more wealth is attracted to us. And instead of chasing it, it chases us. It's always around us. It likes to be around us. So in this video, I'm going to talk about how rest attracts money and what rest actually looks like and how we can do this ourselves. But before we get started, a quick shout out to this video's sponsor, Audible. Audible is the home of storytelling. He found his treat. Audible is the home of storytelling and the leading provider of spoken word entertainment, all in one place. I've been an Audible member for years, I still am, and as a member, I get one title a month to keep, and I get to choose from their entire premium selection, and I get to access their Audible originals and all their growing selection of podcasts as much as I want, and you can download those or stream them. I love that you can download your audiobooks because I like to listen to them on my road trips where I often don't have service or while I'm flying. In an airplane, I also listen to Audible while I go on a walk, while I do housework, while I do laundry, while I commute, and while I'm working out, so that while I'm doing something productive, I'm also learning something new. Right now, you guys, I'm reading the best book. It's like, I'm only in the beginning, and to me, it's so life-changing, and it's silly because everybody knows this book, but I never gave it a chance. I never really tried it out until now. It's The 4-Hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss. I highly recommend this read, and you can get it for free if you're new to Audible right now by going to audible.com/Leeor or texting Leeor to 500-500. You can let Audible help you discover new ways to laugh, to be inspired, or to be entertained. New members can try Audible for free for 30 days by going to audible.com/Leeor or texting Leeor to 500-500. Thank you, Audible, for sponsoring this video. In this manifestation space that we all co-inhabit, we seem to be well aware of the feeling is the secret, right? Or be as if, or act as if. But it seems that when we manifest wealth and love, those two things, all this knowledge and wisdom and experience just flies out the window. It's really interesting. It's like we forget these concepts completely. So what we have to do is to consider how life will be and what we will be like once we manifest the kind of wealth that we desire. And consider that in order to manifest this, you have to feel it first, so you have to practice it. Manifestation, being as if and acting as if, and the feeling is the secret, that's all practicing so that your body can be familiar with the feelings of already having this thing. Once you're wealthy, you won't be stressing out about how to pay your bills or how to, have money like you are right now, like we are right now. You won't have to constantly chase it. Instead, you're going to exist in this constant state of wealth, in which wealth already exists and follows us around. So to practice this state, you have to practice feeling what it would feel like as if it's already here. So how would you feel if you had all that money in the bank account, all that success, all that wealth, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest? This can be applied to everything, of course, right? You would feel relieved. You would feel safe, secure. You'd feel abundant. Accessing these states before you already have it, even though you already do, because time doesn't exist, it's not linear, and there's multiple realities, and you can just access that reality. But the way that you do it is by practicing the feeling. So the best way that I have found to practice the feeling of wealth and practice the feeling of having, right, of abundance, is through relaxation. Neville Goddard often talked about doing less and receiving more. And from my work with manifesting over the last 16 years and my most recent research into the subconscious mind as I write my book in our connection with the divine, I have seen that entryway into receiving everything that we desire is really doing less, getting out of the way of the incredible miraculous forces of this universe, resting more and just receiving more, right? Just being receptive. And a relaxation is a state of receptivity. It's a state of allowing. And when we allow, things can happen for us on our behalf. Jupiter, I know you want to play, babe, but mommy's a little busy. So really the three main themes I want to talk about today is practicing the feeling of wealth, which is relaxation, practicing through relaxation, getting ideas through relaxation, and rewriting our wealth story. Practicing the feeling of wealth is so easy, my loves. It's just getting into a restful state. It's allowing yourself to chill, to know that you're protected, to know that you already have, and to have faith in that. We have this problem of toxic productivity in our culture. I spoke to my cousin about this the other day. We are literally addicted to work, and whenever we do something productive, it really feels like we've shot something up and we suddenly have a dopamine rush and we can relax because we've done something on our to-do list. It's neurotic, and it makes us believe that we're only worthy of resting and of existing essentially if we're productive, when in fact, if we can just find our natural ability to rest and find ourselves as deserving and worthy of existing just because we are, just because we were born, we took form, that's when the wealth will come. That's when the productivity will come to you. And rather than clawing our way to this imagined top, we align to this reality instead. Now, when we're in a state of relaxation, which I'll talk about how to get into these states towards the end of the video, when we're in a state of relaxation, we can become more aware and more discerning of the thoughts that we have every day and the stories that we're telling other people, rather than speaking, an autopilot and telling a story that's disempowering and not serving us anymore. We start to become aware of what we're telling everybody. How often are you telling people you can't go because you're broke? You can't go because you don't have money. You can't afford this, you can't afford that. I wish I had this, I wish I had that. When you relax, you become more aware, your thoughts slow down, and you can become more discerning about what you're thinking and about what you're saying. And then you become more intentional about it as well. And you choose your story more wisely, and you choose your thoughts more wisely. And in this state, you can look at your beliefs and consider if you have beliefs that things should be difficult, or that if it's not hard, it won't happen, or that it can never come for you. And to consider, why can't things be easy? The energy of money loves relaxation. It feels at home there. So for example, when I took a break, I got super stressed in the beginning because I didn't have money flowing in like I was used to, and I wasn't being as productive as I was used to. Because of that stress, suddenly bills started to rack up. I got all these random charges, all these crazy things happened that normally really never happened. I don't really have to deal with. And I had to work through that. And I realized that it was coming from my sudden, emerging lack mentality creeping in. So instead of, of course I paid all my bills, I made things happen, but instead of going back to work, what I decided to do is I'm gonna work on my mindset first. And I did that. I did that for a whole month to 6 weeks. I worked on my mindset. I came back into this beautiful, abundant place of joy, of joyfully creating, of joyfully existing. And that's when things started to shift in my favor. And I got I randomly got an affiliate commission that I was not expecting. My grandma gave me some money, which I vehemently refused, but she insisted. It was very sweet of her. Just like things just, started working out, and the abundance grew more and more. And that came from practicing relaxation. Before I talk about what rest looks like, another reason why I want you to relax more in order to receive more money, more wealth, and to attract more abundance is because it's only in the state of relaxation that we're able to get into this inspired and creative mindset in which we receive guidance and ideas that will bring us to higher and higher levels of accomplishment and fulfillment and abundance, of course, resources and everything that we need. In a state of relaxation, you can access the divine wisdom of the infinite, of your higher self, and you can channel ideas and guidance that's going to lead you where you're supposed to go. So let's say you're watching this video and you're like, okay, great, I'll set my intention and then I'll relax, but I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know where this is going to come from. I don't have a job, or I don't even have the prospect of knowing what I want to do. In that case, you're really lucky, because in rest, in intentional relaxation, your higher self can best guide you. You can listen to your intuition even more acutely and be guided towards the right place, to call the right person, to go to the right location, to pick up the right book, to take the right course, and that will lead you exactly where you're meant to be. I get my best ideas on the brink of waking up from a nap. Now, I've had this one idea for this app that I've really wanted to create for a few years now, and the other day I was waking up from a nap inside the forest in Big Sur. My boyfriend woke me up because there was a deer right next to us. He's like, you gotta see this. And as I was waking up, I got this download. It's the app, but even more details of that. And this ability is accessible to everybody. You just have to allow yourself to deeply relax. And now let's talk about what this rest looks like. So we don't rest right in this day and age. And I have a whole video on the different types of rest that I'll link down below for you. But what's really important is to understand that rest is not laying down and scrolling your phone, and rest is not laying down and watching Netflix or YouTube even. Rest is intentional silence. Just so you know, this entire video I'm holding his little cheese thing and he's biting at it. He keeps bringing it back to me. Rest is intentional quiet. It's intentional stillness. Rest is meditation. It's cooking quietly while not listening to anything. It's putting away all the distraction. It's taking a leisurely, quiet walk. Music is okay. And sometimes an inspiring audiobook from audible.com/Leeor. It's laying in the grass and looking up at the clouds and letting the world slow down for a moment. Just a few moments, not that long. It's taking a hot shower and just deep breaths in the shower and letting those shower thoughts come through. Forest bathing, spending some time in nature. And it's deep sleep, uninterrupted by blue light or by electronics or noise or a hypnotic trance followed by a nap. Rest is taking time out of the hustle and bustle for intentional stillness and quietness. And it's different from what the majority of us do these days. It's very different, because we have started to equate scrolling social media to rest, and that couldn't be further from the truth. Now, I'm not saying that you don't need to do anything. I'm simply saying you need to do less and get out of your own way. You don't need to work 16-hour days. You can work 4 hours a day, 5 hours a day, and really become more productive in that time. And then the rest of the time, kind of allow the incredible powers of the universe to do what it needs to do. The 4-hour work week that I mentioned is going to teach you how to do that also. I'm also, when we are deeply rested, our work is better. Whatever we do put out into the world is better. Our ideas are better. And so many of us are so vastly under rested. We just don't receive enough relaxation. And we're constantly in fight or flight, and that means that our body is trying to protect itself and trying to survive, rather than allowing our energy to go to our creative side, to the side that can create this wealth for us and can make us magnetically attractive to the energy of wealth. So that's my little spiel on wanting you to take better care of yourself, rest more, and see how that improves your life. I've talked to a lot of you, and I know that this is 100% the case. I've seen my own life improve drastically when I started seeing my worth as inherent. I think I mentioned this in a past video or a workshop, but somebody recently brought my attention. I think it might have been Harris, the fear guy. It might not be, but he's awesome regardless. He brought my attention to this fact. The fact is that, think about a baby. Think about a newborn baby and how much it's loved and how much people stop in the street to look at the baby and give it love. Has it done anything to be loved? Did it need to do anything to be loved? It didn't. It receives love just because it exists. And we were once that baby. And when did we stop being that baby? When did we stop being worthy of just existing and not needing to be productive uselessly, usually to no end? We don't need toxic productivity, hustle culture to make us worthy of love. We just are. You just are as you are. And that shift has changed me, because now I can just do nothing for a bit and feel okay. And then I do good work. I do deep work for part of my day, and then I allow myself to do whatever I want, to do nothing and step out of the way and trust. Have unwavering, unfailing trust that things will work out. And when you assume that things will work out, law of assumption, things will work out. All right, that's enough for me. I have to put the cheese stick down so I can say goodbye to you. I love you so much. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below. And subscribe and turn on your notification. It really helps the channel. It helps me. I'm doing my best to record even when I am, moving around a little bit, figuring things out a little bit. I love you so much. You mean so much to me. And I want to know how you're doing. And I love you. And until next time, keep your vibrations way up. Bye.